6 minutes? Oh no, boy, I cannot play like that, shorty. I gotta get GTA, bro. Is it gonna be on PC? Please come out with it on. Please come out with GTA on. Cause if not, bro, if they don't come out with GTA on the PS5, I mean on the PC, then that mean I'm gonna have to go get a whole PS5 just to play GTA. I done went PC for a minute. I didn't went PC for a minute, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I stopped playing my console, then it got broke. But I went PC and I just started playing everything on the PC, Call of Duty, all that. Um, it said you could download it to your phone, so I'm trying to see. Oh, 9 p.m. tonight. I might just wait till tonight till that shit drop tonight, bro. I'ma just wait. I'ma just wait. I'ma wait, man. I'ma wait. I'ma make sure I get my other content out the way, get my clips up out the way. I'ma wait. That's crazy though. Nigga stream Netflix. I ain't even know you could stream Netflix. That shit crazy.
King Von and Von.
Send me videos on what to react to, man.
Domino's.
I really don't be having nothing to react to. Let me go to my screenshots. I feel like I be seeing the best videos when I'm not on camera, bro, and that be blowing me. Cause I be sometimes I be away from my phone, then I gotta go react. Oh shit, I don't even know if some of these videos worth reacting to. You feel me? Cause everything ain't worth reacting to. Everything don't be worth it, brother. Let me see. Uh, I do got some body cam to watch though, so we probably gonna go body cam. It should, and then it should be long. Some of these videos be long as hell. this shit getting wicked. We gonna watch this one. We gonna watch this one, and then I probably watch one or a couple body cams, and then I gotta get myself together, hop off, then I'm gonna hop back on, grab the VODs, grab the clips. So this say Trap Lord. I can't believe that's his name. And he be trying to act like he with the shit. He be outside the court. He be outside the court rage baiting, talking shit. But he reporting on the news. We about to see. It's the way people be narrating it, cause I don't even be caring for real to even look or watch. But when people be narrating it a certain way and twisting it up, then I get to just start paying attention and just be like, damn, that's how it is for real. Now I'm trying to see what's up. It'll catch you.
Trap Lil Ross, people, we got some updates.
Cause it be too much fake shit coming out, and then that court stuff be boring as hell. So I'm like, bro, I'm not finna watch nothing that gotta pertain to no court or no nothing. And then I see somebody breaking it down in the simplest form, and then I'm watching it.
What a hell of a day. What a fucking hell of a day, huh?
But before we start, for the ones who don't know, it's just I think he from a foreign country because he got a certain type of accent. I don't know if it's British or UK. It's a dude. He's in the courtroom. He's a reporter or whatever you want to call it. And he basically telling people what happened inside the court. But some people saying that the stuff that he's saying is he picking sides, or he just, either trying to get clicks, or what he's saying is valid, but they saying he twisting it up, or I don't know, spreading misinformation. I don't know, but or really what they saying is his perspective on it, because he not lying, because he's in the court. You can see what's happening, but at the same time, it's the way he's saying it. The way he packaging the content can make it look like and come off a certain way. So
listen to this. Oh, so they are threatening. Listen to this. They're threatening Trap Lore out there.
All right, so I'm outside the court. We got the Free Durk Brigade right here. All right, they doing their thing. You see what they got going on, man. They see what they got going on. Okay. So
you ready to turn up on him?
You know what's funny?
This shit not funny, bro. Y'all. If y'all gonna do what y'all do and be how y'all be, at least hide it. That's the thing about us. We don't even hide it, bro. Our race, we don't even hide how we is. Other races, they hide who they are, so you never really know. You're not gonna know who Trump is. For real. The black people just be messing up their reputation, bro. I ain't gonna lie. It's not a good look for y'all outside the court cussing him out. That make y'all look bad. I'm not gonna lie. And you could be with the shits and not be stupid. People be acting stupid. I'm not promoting none of that stupidity. But if you feel how you feel, you ain't gotta be dumb about it. Like, you ain't gotta be. You get nothing from it, bro. You just putting a target on your back doing that. People don't realize you put targets on your back.
It wasn't just Durk that got snitched on today. They were snitching on me too. A bunch of people.
People see a certain group act like this, and then they categorize the whole group and say we all like that. That's why I'm saying it's not a good look for him to be doing shit like that. For them to be outside the court doing stuff like that, it's just stupid. They already think we ignorant. It's just stupid, bro. It's
lied and said that I was wearing Meta glasses in the courtroom when I wasn't. They tried to
Meta. What's with the accent? Meta glasses. It's Meta.
Moved me, they questioned me, but they saw that I was not wearing Meta glasses. So it seems like Durk supporters might be bigger snitches than they're letting on. So I don't know if any of these...
Oh, nah, Trap Lord boss
He rage baiting.
up on these niggas. Nah, Trap
He is turning up. I'm not gonna lie.
Lord go
I seen it on TikTok. He turning up. The fuck.
crazy. Trap Lord treating them niggas now. I bet he got 2 security. This nigga look like he know kung fu, some jiu-jitsu, some taekwondo, the Asian arts. He know the art of war. It's time. Yo, fuck all that defense shit. You heard what Jay said. It's 2026. It's time for offense, nigga. Oh shit.
These folks here are snitches, but I just saw Jam's testimony. People talking about I'm the police, but I just saw the biggest cooperator in this case reporting and giving his opinion on a whole bunch of crazy things. So they got all this energy for me. I ain't heard nobody mention Jam once yet. I ain't heard nobody mention nothing about Jam. I don't know.
So he's saying why y'all got that energy towards him, and Jam just was in the taking the stand, doing what he was doing. He got a point.
What Jam got going on?
He said they snitching on me, saying I got Meta glasses.
So I've got all of the info about everything that Jam had to say. We got a lot of emotional people out here talking a whole load of nonsense, okay? So it is an absolute mess at the courthouse. They're snitching on me. They're snitching on Durk. It is an absolute disaster out here. I can't believe the
He said they snitching on me and Durk.
state of things out here outside the courthouse. So look, I'm going to give you guys a whole bunch of updates. I'm going to update
Nigga said they snitching on me. They snitching on Durk.
you on absolutely everything that happened. I've
He said.
got everything. They trying to hide the truth. They trying to hide the truth, man. They don't want me to speak the truth. They gonna be pissed
He told us that go back to the UK.
when you hear what Jam had to
Nah, I ain't gonna lie to you. This why Trap is gonna break through. Trap is out there in the face of adversity and popping it, nigga. Popping it.
say in the courtroom. It was insane. Jam had a whole lot to say, and these guys are going to be very, very mad and upset when they hear what Jam had to say, because Jam absolutely cooked Lil Durk in that courtroom. They went crazy. They tried to get me out of the courtroom. Brian Steele had a meltdown. He was trying to call a mistrial, and they was not having it. There was absolute chaos going on out there, and everybody is mad. Everybody is pissed. Everybody is upset. So we're going to get into all of it. I'm going to give you
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. Trap might be a legend, though.
guys a whole bunch of updates. I'm going to let you guys know everything that was
Yo, you know Trap could just, like, dip out the back and go in his, like, go in a black truck and do all these updates from the black truck. That nigga's doing it in front.
Nah, you right, though. He doing that in the front. Yeah.
Front of the niggas, bruh. He's a white boy, a bloke from London. He's doing it in front of y'all niggas. He know y'all pussy. He know y'all ain't on shit. And he know if y'all any of y'all touch him, y'all catching a federal case. Y'all gonna sit right there with Durk. So y'all just gonna sit there and do a bunch of woofing. Y'all niggas is not like OTF Jam. Y'all niggas is not like these killers that's in this case. All y'all gonna do is say, fuck you, nigga. Fuck you, use a C word or whatever. Y'all not doing nothing. Trap Lord stand on business right now.
going on, and none of these folks out here, none of these phonems are going to be able to stop me, man, because it's freedom of speech.
He said none of the four of them niggas? Oh, no.
Nah, he
Freedom of the press. I got a press
tweaking,
pass. They can't keep me out.
He tweaking, shorty.
Inside the courtroom, and it's a whole load of nonsense going out here. Durk's team can't stop this.
Nah, he
He said none of these phonems is gonna be able to stop me.
popping it. Nah, he popping it. He even
Over popping it, I ain't gonna lie. He
popping that
tweaking.
Durk's team.
They ain't gonna stop the justice. They ain't gonna stop the situation. They definitely ain't gonna stop me reporting. So I will be back with a full-blown update for you guys very soon. But for now, I'm gonna wrap this one up here and let you know what's going on. They was trying to say I was emotional today, but look at the state of it. Look at the state of it, man. The clout chasing is out of control. But who's got all the motion over here? I don't know, but I'll see you
Oh, shit. Motion, man.
guys in the next video. It's crazy. Peace.
He get the using the he too tapped in. He get the using he get the using the lingo type of shit.
Nah. Y'all got Trap wilding out now. Y'all got Trap wilding out now.
He said he got all the motion.
The client wants a blockbuster on a micro budget.
Bruh said
Don't
he
blow
got
this out of
all the
proportion.
motion
With
stuff,
Artlist
bruh.
AI, the same budget means higher production value. By mixing real footage with AI elements, your team can
He said he got all the
All right, so there was a very interesting update in court today, and it was a piece of evidence that I thought was going to be brought forward, but it's not going to be brought forward. And I'm not going to lie, this is kind of a W for Durk. So obviously, there's been all this talk about King Von, his past, him being a leader of the BDs. Obviously, I've done a lot of coverage on King Von and the allegations that he made himself that he had 7 bodies. Now, you know, many people before me had called King Von a serial killer. I obviously covered King Von being an alleged serial killer, and you know, a lot of people tapped in with it, but it was actually confirmed today that they would not be able to bring up King Von's past of violence. They wouldn't be able to bring up King Von's bodies. They're not going to be able to mention that. They can mention him as a member of the Black Disciples, as part of O-Block, but they're not allowed to talk about Von's bodies, Von's history as a violent man. They basically said that it's not relevant. They said that his violent history isn't necessary to prove that there was a desire for get back. So that was kind of interesting. I do feel like it might have been worse for Durk if they were going to mention Von having all these bodies. Now, we did hear some...
Yo, by the way, I'm gonna say this too. This is another thing with a bunch of Negroes, bro. Yo, you see, Trap Lord is a white man from London, my nigga. I guarantee if this was like a nigga, if this was a black dude from like, I don't know, Atlanta, who was out there doing this, nigga would have been like fighting that nigga. They would have been swung at him through something. Trust me. One thing I realized about like wannabe YNs,
I don't know about that. I see what point he trying to make, but I don't see nobody doing that in front of the federal building.
white skin is a neutralizer. That's
But not gonna lie, people do tend to hate. Black people do tend to hate their own color though over the next color. Not gonna lie.
a fact. You feel what I'm saying? Like, bruh, you just got 2 niggas standing there, bro. They all just stand there like heckle him, like, okay, cool, you're heckling. If that was a nigga, they would have been doing the most. Like, nah, you just seen a bunch of niggas like pulling their pants up. Nah, nigga, let's fight, nigga. Nah, let's fight. Trust me. Trust me. Trust me.
I don't know about that one.
Interesting stuff about Jam regarding violence, but I'm going to talk to you guys about that in a different video. Hey, this guy's wilding out.
Shut your whole ass up, nigga.
If that was a black dude, they would have swung. I guarantee you. On phone him. On phone him grave, bro.
Nah, come on now, y'all.
Phone him grave. Who phoned
You gotta stop.
him, by the way? Yo, he clowned him out.
So look, they're that mad about the truth. They're this mad about the truth, and I can't wait to see what everyone's got to say on the verdict day. I wonder if they're going to be bringing the same energy on the verdict day, or if everyone's going to disappear and just give up on Durk after that point. I don't know, but I'll let you guys know as soon as I know. But that is official. Von's
When is the verdict?
bodies are not going to be used. All right, so there was a very interesting update in court today, and it was a piece of evidence.
Nigga, he still did 2 more updates. This is kind of insane. Nah, he did 3 more updates. He's chilling out there. Look.
Official OTF Jam took the stand today, and it was absolutely wild. There's so many quotables from OTF Jam's testimony, and it was just absolutely insane. Now, what I'm going to say that was very, very interesting is off the rip, OTF Jam said why he was there, what was going on, the conditions of his plea, and he basically confirmed that he was copping to 3 murders as part of his deal. There was a conspiracy to commit murder for hire, an apparent kidnap for murder, and a robbery murder. Now, it was crazy, and he actually touched on one of the murders that he actually did way back in the day that was part of his plea. So obviously one of them is the Durk conspiracy, you know, the murder for hire of Lil Pab, but another one was a 2010 apparent robbery in Racine, Wisconsin. Apparently another Black disciple had asked OTF Jam to go with him to rob somebody that his dad had sold drugs with. The older BD basically said that this guy had cheated him out of money, and then they went to rob him. They went into a store with him, they basically locked the door, they put guns to the guy, there was a fight, and Jam was told to shoot the guy. Jam shot him once, and the guy that he was with, the older BD, said, nah, he saw my face, kill him. He saw me. And what did Jam do? Jam said he put the gun to the guy's head and pulled the trigger and executed him on the spot. He was age 17 at the time. So that's now 2 of Jam's murders that we've had confirmed, but he is probably going to testify later on about a 3rd murder that he did, and I think...
I ain't gonna lie, dude. The way I see this situation right now with Jam, shorty, it's really... It really don't make sense, right? Because look, you can't convince me that snitching is going to let you off the hook for unaliving people. it don't matter what he tell them people. He already done. They say he done killed, unalive so many people. He shouldn't get out, bruh. I ain't gonna lie. So we gotta look at it both ways. The system is corrupt. If Jam get out for snitching, it's not right, bro. Cause he not even just cause he snitched, cause he a serial killer, bro. If he a serial killer and y'all letting a serial killer out just cause y'all wanted to catch Durk, if that's the case, bro, society, y'all gonna have to just open y'all eyes, bro, and realize this shit is wicked. And it's contradicting, if that's even a word, because ain't no way. I wonder what they told him. Because if he get immunity, that shit ain't right, bruh. Jam must have went in that bitch and went to therapy and untold his whole life story, because ain't no way he's supposed to get out snitch. Ain't no way he's supposed to get out for snitching. Ain't no way. Him telling don't take away from the fact that he done unalive so many people. So if he get immunity for telling, bro, I'm moving to the UK. I ain't gonna lie. This shit ain't right out here in the US.
It could be possible that that's the one that Durk and them actually took him into the bathroom to kind of
I think they're saying that might be FBG Cash.
Confront him about, to say, you out here catching even more bodies, you getting the feds on us, you getting everything hot, you need to calm it down with these. So that's the latest. Jam was on the stand. I've got loads of updates about stuff that Jam said, but basically Jam's copped out to 3 bodies, he's helping the feds, and he's saying that Durk did it. He's saying that Durk led the conspiracy. He pointed out all 3 defendants today. They was in on it.
Durk music started getting a little bit too real. He got to talking about court cases and public offenders and all type of shit. You know they don't like that. Bro.
So when OTF Jam took the stand, he made it very clear. He pointed at Durk, he pointed at Dee Dee, he pointed at Lindsay. He said they was all in on the murder and the conspiracy. They're mad, they're big mad. They're so mad that Jam took the stand and is cooking Lil Durk. Durk got cooked by Jam. It was such
Nah, he trolling them. Nah, Travis having his way.
a bad day. People out here trying to act tough like that's something, okay? But it ain't gonna do nothing. It's not gonna help Durk.
Nah, Trap on his shit. He don't give a fuck. Trap, I see my boy.
It's not gonna stop Jam. Durk literally got pointed out. He looked so disappointed. He looked heartbroken. There were moments where Jam was sort of like, looked like he was low-key like chuckling a little bit, or like they was playing that video of Dee Dee basically where he admitted to being.
How Jam get caught though? How Jam get caught?
In the murder man, and Jam just shook his head and laughed. You thinking you guys cooked yourselves? You talk about I'm the snitch. You guys cooked yourselves. They played back again in the court. I'm not gonna lie. All of these folks out here that say that they love Durk, love Von, they don't love Von as much as I do. I was bopping along to Back Again. It was hard, but unfortunately there was true facts behind those songs, and Durk got pointed out by Jam. Jam was apparently one of the biggest demons out here. He claimed that he murdered 3 people for the BDs There's a 3rd murder that we don't know about yet that we're going to probably find out about. But Jam said that he got blessed into the BDs when he was just 9 years old, okay? It's crazy. It's actually crazy. They said that this was crazy. Do you know how many shootings Jam said that he was involved in between, I believe, the ages of 12 and 18? 10 to 15 shootings, but also robberies. He was an armed robber. He said he did over 100 robberies. He can't even remember how many robberies he did. He said he mostly robbed drug dealers, but in a moment that probably actually pulled at the jury's heartstrings and made you have a lot of sympathy for Jam. They said, what did you do? Did you always rob drug dealers? He said, not always. He said, there was one time I did something else. They said, what did you do? He said, there was one time I actually did an armed robbery for food. He said that my family was hungry, my parents were drug addicts.
That's rehearsed. They're kind of playing and pulling on the sympathy strings, not to say he's innocent, but to kind of like make it seem like this is all the life he knew.
They trying to make it seem like he was a statistic. But it's crazy how it get attention when something go down or when somebody in court, but it's people like that right now in the hood struggling. And they ain't coming back to help. They ain't coming back to pass food out or, open up schools. They ain't coming back to do shit. This shit orchestrated to get Durk in jail. They don't get no fuck. This shit orchestrated so they can know the psychology behind our brain and how we think and use it against us to lock more people up. They don't give no fuck about helping. I ain't gonna lie.
And not
so them doing all that shit is
for like he wants sympathy because he's not on trial. They want to have him be believed and say, oh, you know what? He's making a change. He finally has a new lease on life with this cooperation package. He's finally telling the truth.
I was only 12 years old. I had to stick someone up.
He finally has a new lease on life with this cooperation package. He's finally telling the truth.
I don't
understand how somebody can get out for cooperating even if they unalive somebody.
Only 12 years.
And then the way he worded it though, I was just robbing drug dealers. So if you were just robbing drug dealers, the feds want them off the street anyway. So they not even gonna look at that the same way as if he was robbing innocent people. We all know that for a fact.
Years old, I had to stick someone up with a gun to literally put food on the plate.
I'm finna stop pausing though, cause I can't be sitting here reacting all day. But
for my family, my parents had bills. They were drug addicts. I stepped up to the plate and I did over 100 robberies, and I was just trying to get by and feed my family. I'm not gonna lie to you. That was actually quite compelling. I don't know if the jury are going to be sympathetic for that. Obviously, he's also doing 15 shootings and catching 3 murders and just doing all type of stuff. But it actually kind of was emotional. It actually made you feel like, damn, in many ways, like Jam is actually a victim of circumstance. He was having to rob people for food. So when he got flown out there to LA by allegedly Durk and Didi and them to go and participate in this murder, really, and he said it himself, he didn't feel like he had a choice. He said that he was already in LA when Dudy Lowe got on FaceTime and said, you're here to kill Quando Rondo. That's what was said. It's crazy. And he said, look, I was already there, and where I come from, you don't stop nobody from committing a murder. That's how you get your...
Not gonna lie, that is crazy. They say Dudy Lowe told him that? What?
Self-killed. So OTF Jam's testimony, I'm not going to lie to you, it was very, very compelling. And they big old mad about it.
I ain't gonna lie though, Jam sound like an over send-off. People would do that to you in Iraq. They don't send your ass off. They'll try to send your ass off to crash out, boy. I don't know what it is about sending somebody off. People in Iraq, people in Chicago, they just... I don't even know if it's just Chicago, but that's just what I experienced. Since I've been growing up, people been getting sent off. Motherfucker even tried to send me off. I ain't tried. They didn't get nowhere at all. It's crazy though. I don't know what people get off sending other people off. Let me know in the comments. What y'all think? Like, what do you get for sending a motherfucker off? I mean, in this situation, they want to get back, but in general, people be trying to send you off for anything, bro. What's the point? They'll try to send you off for some shit that they scared to do or they don't want to do, or they just want to trick you out your spot, so they'll try to send you off. I don't know why people I don't know why people in Chicago just like sending people off, bro. And they get a kick out of that. They get a laugh out of sending them off.
So when OTF Jam took the stand...
Jam is one of many send-offs in the city. Jam not the only send-off. He just the only one who in that courtroom right now with a broad audience.
And we got 2 more.
So there was a crazy piece of testimony that went down when OTF Jam was on the stand.
Oh yeah, and then stay tuned, y'all. It's some crazy shit that just happened. Stay tuned, bro. I don't know if it's real or not. Buddy got on the phone with Act and said he found out that the girl who got the same name as Lil Durk wife tried to backdoor Quano Rondo. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's crazy. These body cams and these court documents is opening my eyes, bro. You really gotta watch what you do, cause the feds gonna tell on everybody to get what they want. Bro, your name you might be at the crib chilling. Your name get brought up. You damn, what they say fuck me for?
And Durk's crew basically threw a giant tantrum and tried to call a mistrial. The judge wasn't going for it, but it was pretty crazy, and the details are actually nuts. So obviously, when Jam was in jail, he didn't really know Durk like that. He knew him from back in the day from around Lamron. He confirmed that, OTF, Lamron 300, it was all a bunch of gang stuff, and that Durk was involved in it. That was his opinion. I'm going to break that down more in another video. But basically, he said that, Durk started putting money on his books in jail. When he came out, he started showing love. He basically bought him a bunch of clothes. He had his guy that worked with him, Jason, damn near buy him a whole new wardrobe. But what was very interesting was that he started traveling with Durk. He went out to Detroit with Durk. He went out to Miami with Durk. And apparently, this is crazy, okay? When he was in Miami with Lil Durk, they ended up bumping into Tory Lanez and his crew. Now, apparently, Jam saw one of Tory Lanez's artists that he had, I guess, signed to his label with like a really nice set of chains. He had some nice kit on him. Apparently, after they all linked up, Jam took Durk to one side and basically said to him, hey, look, I'm going to start robbing these guys. And this is exactly what King Von said he was going to do when he got out of jail, and Durk started bringing him around as well. Obviously, Von started rapping and went to the top and then lost his life.
It's the main reason why I don't trust people, shorty. I ain't gonna lie. Do not think that's the main reason I don't trust people, because you don't even gotta be involved in nothing to be a target, bro. Did y'all hear that? And it's like, what would you rather do? Would you rather have your guard up or let your guard down and let a motherfucker take advantage of you? And some people don't understand that, bro. It's more, women gotta go through shit like that too, but people don't understand the danger of being just a man, and especially a black man. It's hard explaining that to their ass. Like, everybody don't want to be no square. That just cause you willing to protect yourself don't mean you just a tough guy. But shit like this happen. People try to send you off. People try to take advantage of you. People try to rob you because they think you sweet. You cannot go like that, shorty. I'm telling you, you cannot go like that. You gotta let a motherfucker know this is not that. I ain't gonna lie. Ain't nothing to talk about. Ain't nothing to play about. Ain't nothing to politic about. I do not know you niggas. That's how you gotta look at it, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Or your ass gonna get got. Or sent off and be out here looking like Jam ass. And Tory Lanez artists. Some people don't understand that, bro. It's more. People don't understand when you somebody just from you being somebody. Or even if you on the way up to the top to be somebody. At that point, you don't got no regular responsibility no more. You not no regular nigga no more. You gotta protect yourself and your family and your assets and your brand. And you is your brand. You are your brand. So that's why I don't never make nobody make you feel bad for being ready, on point, on none of that. I don't know what soft ass generation this is, but the world, this is not no happy-go-lucky world. And no crime do not happen every day. But why would you go through life not ready for it to happen? That's just stupid, in my opinion. If you live in a city, and if you live in a country, in a small town, it's cool. But if you out here and you around different type people and you in the city and shit like that, you gotta have fun, but you gotta be on point too. I ain't gonna lie, don't push shit past nobody. If you get that gut feeling that motherfuckers look sketchy, they sketchy. Watch them. Oh, bro, I don't give no fuck what nobody say. They can call you paranoid, they can call you all that, but this is a prime example. the artist probably wasn't even on shit for real. The artist probably was just there trying to work on some music. He get his shit, he get robbed. I tell you, don't show no sign of weakness.
But Jam basically said, look, I'm actually just going to start robbing these guys for you. And this was after Von died. And you know what Durk said in response? He didn't say, hey, don't make the block hot. He didn't say...
Was this before or after the 50K? Because I think this was this was after he already had 50 in his pocket. At this point, Jam just trying to prove himself. He just a send off. That's what it looked like. And he want to rob them because he want to rob them. That's what it looked like, though. He had sent off too, but he wanted to rob them because he wanted to rob them. But then look what they finna say. Watch this.
Hey, calm it down, Tories, my mans, don't rob his artists. You know what Durk allegedly said to Jam? He said, that's the Jam I've been waiting on, bro.
That's the Jam I've been waiting on. Send you clean off. I'm not surprised at none of this shit. That's the Jam I've been waiting for. That's crazy. That's slimy as fuck, shorty. That's slimy. Nigga, that's slimy as hell.
He must have probably been thinking, that's exactly what King Von said to me when I started bringing him around all of these people. It was crazy. So apparently, every time that Jam linked up with Lil Durk, OTF Vonnie pulled up and gave him guns. And basically, they said that they were constantly passing Jam guns. And the purpose of that, literally, Jam said, because they knew I was finna use them. They knew that I was the guy that was going to let it blow if it came to it. So they constantly kept Jam around. Durk always had Jam traveling with him numerous times, numerous states all over the place. And basically, Vonnie was sliding in pipes and basically saying, yeah, like you know, hey, Jam's the one that's going to get busy. Now, there was a bunch of little hushed sidebar meetings privately between the judge and the various lawyers. And we eventually found out at the very end of the day that Durk's counsel were calling for an entire mistrial, saying that this was a mischaracterization.
That's some Brian Still shit, I could tell.
You know, their Tory Lane's comment, they made it sound like Durk was encouraging him to rob people, and the judge basically was like, look, I'm going to deny the motion for a mistrial. Let's be serious about this. He was like, I looked over the transcript. It doesn't sound like he's quite doing that, but I did think maybe it was inappropriate. I've asked the jury to disregard that piece of evidence, but like, mistrial over that? Are you crazy? And the judge pretty much said, look, I didn't even know who Tory Lanez was, all right? But then people are telling me afterwards, he's a big name. It could cause the jury to be impartial. They might know a little bit about Tory. So that was kind of the back and forth with that. They were thinking they got off a little slick mistrial, but it didn't go anywhere. But yeah, that's how Jam was apparently moving. He was on that timing. So there was a...
Damn, we have one more.
Crazy. He said this the Jam. He said this the Jam I was waiting.
Trap really popping it though.
Man, what?
We can live very rural, and yet we are connected to anybody like in the city.
Good health is a priority.
Two of them bitches is crazy, not gonna lie.
Duty Low has been confirmed as co-conspirator number 4, and the person who confirmed it was OTF Jam himself. Now, we've been wondering who...
It's crazy, because he was just up, Duty Low was just up there. I bet y'all ain't seen his ass since. He probably done took a flight to the crib.
Who was it that gave the...
Better. I ain't gonna lie. If I was Duty Low, I'd go out the country, bro. It ain't looking too good. You never know. Motherfucker might throw you under the bus. Motherfucker might try to come get you. And try to get you to testify. They gonna try to get somebody else to testify next, bro. If they ain't gonna lie, Dude Low better leave.
Location of Quando Rondo in LA to the alleged hitmen, to Durk, to the team and all of that kind of stuff. Well, what is crazy is that we found out that there was apparently like a crazy conversation after basically like all the hitmen arrived in San Diego. Apparently none of them knew what was going on, but they had an inkling something crazy was going on. And I'm not gonna lie, Durk really put himself in it with some of this stuff. So apparently, okay, all of the hitmen were kind of rounded up for some kind of secret mission. They didn't know what was going on. They all quickly got booked to these flights to San Diego. Apparently when Jam and another one of the hitters basically arrived, they went to a Hooters in San Diego. They got on a FaceTime with Duty Low, who told them that...
Hold on, for some strange reason, bro, my kick string is black. That shit don't make sense. Let me see. My bad, chat. My bad. This is a pretty long video, too. Not my kick string, my Twitch. it's black for some odd reason. I don't know why it's showing up black. That really don't make sense to me. Okay, cool. I've been on here for an hour. I've been meaning to get on here, bro. It's just, damn, I just put my whole email up there, man. I've been meaning to get on stream, but I had to clean up. I had a lot going on. I just got tired. I ain't want to burn out. That's the thing. You gotta know when to take a break for real. Cause I was finna hop on last night. And I'm like, nah, let me just go to sleep. Let me clean up a little bit and go to sleep, shorty. I ain't gotta burn out. It's about staying consistent, bro. It's not about burning out for real.
They got the location for Quando Rondo. They got the low from basically like a weed dealer that was going to go and take them some weed, and that they were basically going to trick him into coming outside to pick up weed, and they were going to kill him outside of his hotel. Well, it's confirmed that that was Duty Low. Now, not only did we were hearing about Duty Low being in group chats, and I thought, oh, maybe they're going to show some series of messages with Duty Low and other stuff that he had said, but it was Jam that took the stand and said that it was Duty Low that basically told them after they'd arrived in California that they were there on a mission to kill Quando Rondo. And Jam said something really interesting. He said, look, he felt like it was too hot to kill somebody in Los Angeles. He was thinking, there's too many police. I don't know the city. I don't know how to get away if I get in a high-speed chase, if I get hurt. I don't know where I'm going. This is a bad idea. But he said it was too late. I was already there, and I just went with it. So OTF Jam told the courtroom, he basically said, look, where I'm from, you don't stop nobody killing somebody. That's what gets you killed. They said that they'll think you're police. They'll think that they'll get mad at you if you say that you want to stop a killing happening. But he wasn't really happy about it because he said he didn't consider himself in the Quando beef. He said he wasn't that close with King Von. They spoke a couple of times. And what was crazy is Jam said that way back.
That's gonna be a government point of reference to say. Durk's team wants to say, why would he have to pay his homies to go slide for another homie? But Jam is going to say, bro, I barely knew Vaughn. I didn't give a fuck if Vaughn died.
Man, this the new generation, though. What the court don't know. Most of these niggas don't even know the niggas who they be sliding for. They don't even know, most of the niggas don't even know the niggas who passed away in the gang. They just join the shit nowadays. And just be sliding just to be a part of something. So, man, that ain't everywhere, but I done seen some shit.
So, yeah, I guess I slid for Vaughn, but I only slid because someone asked me to slide.
Back in the day before he knew Von, he was trying to rizz up King Von's sister. But he said he didn't feel like he should have had to be one of those people that slid for Von because that wasn't his homie. He said, look, he wasn't my man's, we didn't kick it, I didn't love him, I didn't feel like that was my mission. And he's saying they were in Hooters on FaceTime with Duty Low, and basically Jam and Boogie looked at each other after they were told to go and kill Quando, and they basically just looked at each other and said, yeah, But what was even more crazy is obviously now we know Duty Low was co-conspirator number 4 that was given the drop. They were apparently waiting outside Quando Rondo's hotel, and Duty Low told them that basically the guy that they thought they were getting weed from was telling Quando Rondo that he was just a few minutes away from the hotel. This is gonna, I might have to say this in a different video because we're running out of time. But basically, they had eyes on Quando Rondo outside the hotel. They were about to kill him, but the police rode by. Apparently, Didi upped his gun, pointed it.
Yeah, it's one on a GTA mission. How the fuck they even know where he was at though?
At Quando and said I could kill him right now. It'd be.
They went on a GTA mission. Yellow dot on bro. You know, on the GTA mission, you got to get to the yellow dot. They were trying to get to the yellow dot.
So easy, but they said, nah, the block's too hot. There's too many cops out here downtown LA. I'm not gonna go through with it. And then they went back to the crib. Insane. So
wait. I want to hear that. Who?
Bro, my arm is literally swollen, bro. I don't know why I was working out like that the other day. but that shit hurt.
Up the gun? Didi up the gun, or that was Jam that up the gun and say I could kill him right now? What?
It looks like it's official. Duty Low has been confirmed as co-conspirator number 4, and the person who confirmed it was OTF Jam himself. Now, we'd been wondering who was it that gave the location of Quando Rondo in LA to the alleged hitmen, to Durk, to the team, and all of that kind of stuff. Well, what is crazy is that we found out that there was apparently like a crazy conversation after basically like all the hitmen arrived in San Diego. Apparently none of them knew what was going on, but they had an inkling something crazy was going on. And I'm not gonna lie, Durk really put himself in it with some of this stuff. So apparently, okay, all of the hitmen were kind of rounded up for some kind of secret mission. They didn't know what was going on. They all quickly got booked to these flights to San Diego. And apparently when Jam and another one of the hitters basically arrived, they went to a Hooters in San Diego. They got on a FaceTime with Duty Low, who told them that they got the location for Quando Rondo. They got the low from basically like a weed dealer that was going to go and take them some weed, and that they were basically going to trick him into coming outside to pick up weed, and they were going to kill him outside of his hotel.
That's why I hear the end of this.
It's confirmed that that was Duty Low. Now, not only did we were hearing about Duty Low being in group chats, and I thought, oh, maybe they're going to show some series of messages with Duty Low and other stuff that he had said, but it was Jam that took the stand and said that it was Duty Low that basically told them after they'd arrived in California that they were there on a mission to kill Quando Rondo. And Jam said something really interesting. He said, look, he felt like it was too hot to kill somebody in Los Angeles. He was thinking, there's too...
By the way, that helps Didi. You know, the whole Feds theory was saying that Didi is a recruiter and a middleman. So what Durk doesn't say, Didi says. But if now we're hearing Duty Low is giving instructions, well, he's not charged. So I'm going to be honest with you, this kind of looks better for Didi as time goes on.
Boy, he better hope they don't come for his ass.
Too many police. I don't know the city. I don't know how to get away if I get in a high-speed chase. Now we know Duty Low was co-conspirator number 4 that was given the drop. They were apparently waiting outside Quando Rondo's hotel, and Duty Low told them easy, but they said...
We just seen that part, didn't we? Why he rewind it back?
Hey. Okay, we did read that. Okay, we're waiting on our end of day thing. Denat, I don't think he recorded.
He didn't have any info.
Picture sleeping bag, living room, Domino's new
About what
That shit look good. They be using fake food though for the advertisement. I ain't know that.
hit was going to be. So Jam tried to call Lil Durk directly 2 times. Durk didn't answer, and then Booney called him back and said, hey, Durk doesn't want no one calling his phone that's coming out to LA. He didn't want no contact with anyone that's flying out to LA. So Jam said like he knew something crazy was going on, but he didn't actually know what the details were. He ends up getting flown out to LA, and this absolutely blew my mind. He ends up getting flown out to San Diego, driven to LA. They're in this like Sprinter bus, okay? They stop off at a Hooters in San Diego, and they basically get told on a FaceTime by Duty Low they got Quando Rondo's location, and the whole reason they've been flown out there is to kill him. They're going to trick him and say that somebody's going to come and deliver him some weed at his hotel, and they're going to kill him outside his hotel. But what was crazy is after that, okay, Didi got on FaceTime apparently with Lil Durk in the Sprinter bus, and apparently showed Lil Durk the hitters on FaceTime. Apparently, Didi turned his phone to show Durk all of the hitters and said, yeah, you see the Navy SEALs, all right? And then Jam basically gave testimony. They said, like, what was your understanding?
Oh, so maybe I was wrong. I thought he connected like 2 phones. So Didi was with them at the time. Okay.
Understanding of what he meant. He was saying Navy SEALs, they're guys that go on missions. They're guys that go and kill people. He said that he turned the phone so that Lil Durk could see OTF Jam, and Durk basically told Jam, yeah, go crazy, and
shit, they was sending him off, shorty.
Jam slammed the rakes. He threw GDK.
That shit sound valid. They ain't even gonna see him about to you.
And then basically
go crazy.
Like, you know, threw up the GD sign. He let the court know what that was. And then basically they kept on going to LA. What's even more crazy is they apparently stopped off on the way, and everybody tried to take a picture of the LA skyline, but it was too dark. But the hitmen were really pulling up to the side of the road in the sprint.
Wait, these niggas is doing photography?
Them niggas thought they was on vacation. Nigga, they went on vacation to do a hit. Some real GTA shit.
Trying to get skyline pictures for their Instagram while on the way to do a hit. Oh hell no.
Or after having FaceTimes
Double life.
with Durk taking pictures of
Gotta pick one, buddy.
where they were at. They were loving the view, and then they also stopped off at. They said they stopped off at a store. He said, I wasn't sure if it was Target or Walmart, but they basically went there to buy hoodies and gloves, you know, to disguise themselves. They said nobody brought hoodies and gloves with them, so they needed to get them there. After that, apparently once they got to LA, they met with OTF Vonnie, and OTF Vonnie pulled up. You know what Vonnie said to them? One of the first things Vonnie said to them, he said, hey guys, I got bad news. They said, what's the bad news? He said, I only got 3 guns. Absolutely crazy. Then started putting guns in people's hands. He said that he had 2 Glocks with extendos. One of them had a switch on it, and the other one was a Beretta, kind of more of an old school gun. And he's saying that Didi apparently, he alleged that, I think it was Didi, he alleged that he put the Beretta in Jam's hand and said, I'm rusty. And basically it's like, yeah, you got this. Didi wasn't going to shoot. It's crazy.
Yeah. No, you got this, brother. You got this.
Damn.
Oh, man.
I might have heard one of the damnest things in this whole trial today when OTF...
You got this is insane.
That's crazy. You got it. No, you got it. Shit, he basically telling us you gotta make it work. Shit, we don't care if you rusty, nigga.
In chat.
You got it.
He put the gun in the other nigga's hand, bruh.
Horrific.
Hilarious. It's hard. Like I was. Is there any other update, chat? Any more?
Hold on. I'm finna see if there's some more updates. I'm finna go and see on Trap Lord. Trap Lord is crazy for that name, bro. He reaching. This shit like school. I ain't gonna lie. Please.
I tell you what.
Please. Trap Lord. Let's see if bro got some old TikToks. I feel like he do.
All right, so I just see Kanye for the first time. I just see Ye in the courthouse, okay? And basically, it was pretty crazy to see Ye in the flesh. He kind of walked in late. He wasn't there for the very start, but it seems like they low-key be treating the celebrities like VIPs in court, because...
I'm confused. How you just get a chance to just go inside the court? What you gotta do to go inside and watch?
Machine Gun Kelly was able to cut past all of the media a couple of days ago. Ye managed to get in even though there was a giant line and he was late. You know what I'm saying? They was making it work for Ye. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. Ye stared me down. He looked over to me and just stared me down for an extended period. He looked at me for longer than Durk did when Durk stared me down. I'm not going to lie. I was a little bit like, I'm really in the courthouse getting pressed and intimidated by Kanye West right now. This is straight mind games, okay? Now,
Hold on. We don't get no
oh my gosh. So I just heard something
We trying to see.
crazy in the courthouse about Durk. So Jam, he's on the stand. He's going crazy up there. When Durk allegedly was on FaceTime with him before the hit, Durk told Jam, hey, go crazy. Well, I guess he wasn't expecting him to go this crazy, but allegedly Jam was pissed off about what was...
Hold on. My door just opened. I gotta close that. I went to the gym and I did everything. I did abs. I did legs. Everything hurt right now, bro. Everything hurts. Not gonna lie. I'm trying to unpause it. This shit tweaking.
going on, you know, with the hit. He felt like Pab was an innocent man. He felt like he had been sent on a dummy crash out mission. He didn't know Von like that. He wasn't part of the beef. He was frustrated and he felt, you know, low-key pissed off with Durk that he had sent him on the hit. He actually allegedly FaceTimed Durk to confront him about this. And he said that Durk answered and he was at his crib with OTF C3, all right? And he said, I asked Blood. He said, I said to Durk, like, out of 1 million people you could have sent on this mission, he said, I just did 12 years. Why do you have to send me on that dummy mission with a bunch of people I didn't know? And apparently Durk cut Jam off. He didn't even let him finish. And apparently Durk just responded with a smile. He said, I love you, Jam. He said, y'all didn't hit Quando, but you hit Pab. Pab counts. He was on the internet saying he was smoking on Von. And he can't say that no more. And he was just smiling. He said Pab had been disrespectful about Von's death. and that basically it counts. That's apparently what he said.
Wait. Let's go back.
All right, and he said, I asked Blood. He said, I said to Durk, like, out of 1 million people you could have sent on this mission, he said, I just did 12 years. Why do you have to send me on that dummy mission with a bunch of people I didn't know? And apparently Durk...
He right though. Why you had to send him on that mission? Shit, but you ain't have to do it, boy. You could have instantly flew back. He's saying, I think he was scared that he was gonna get smoked if he would have flew back to Chicago. It kind of sound like he was trying to trick them. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know though. I don't know. From it sound like, cause you never know who lying for real, or who telling the truth. But if they saying that he flew them there without them knowing what was going on, once they get out there, they more likely to do what they do, cause they already out there now. Especially if they ain't got no money for no flight, so they can't move around how they want to move. That's crazy though. He did just do 12 years. Sending him through was crazy anyway, cause I feel like once you do something one time, the police gonna always be on your back. So if they see you, if they figure out that's you and run your identity, however way they do it, they most likely to your ass. Once you do something one time, your ass automatic 3 stars. Once you feel me? Once you even get around them, 3 stars. So that was crazy, sending somebody who already probably was under surveillance anyway to do that shit. That don't really make sense. Not gonna lie.
Cut Jam off. He didn't even let him finish. And apparently Durk just responded with a smile. He said, I love you, Jam. He said, y'all didn't hit Quando, but you hit Pab. Pab counts. He was on the internet saying he was smoking on Von. And he can't say that no more. And he was just smiling. He said Pab had been disrespectful about Von's death and that basically it counts. That's apparently what he said. And Durk was smiling at him on FaceTime while that was going on. And what's crazy is Pab later said the reason why he told is because he felt like this whole thing was weighing on his conscience. They killed an innocent man. Pab ain't have nothing to do with nothing, but Lil Durk allegedly didn't see it that way. Now look, if you've seen the long 4-hour documentary I did probably like 2-3 years ago now, I've known about this case for a very long time. I did a documentary called Demon Slayers, all about King Von and Lil Tim and all of the things that have been going down in Savannah, Georgia before this happened. If you've seen that, you'll know that no disrespect to Lil Pab or his family, but you know, he was on a Clubhouse call with OTF members dissing them. He put up a few tweets that were kind of making fun of King Von, and he was standing on business with the Rolling 60s in Savannah, Georgia. He had his own RICO case that he was going to be facing. If Pab was still alive, he might have been facing these RICO charges to do with a car theft ring. That's no disrespect. That's not to say that he deserved it. He wasn't there when Von got killed, and this didn't sit right with Jam. Apparently, basically, Jam kind of thought, like, this isn't what I called about. He was surprised that Durk was talking so hot on that phone. He said, I called to ask why he put me in a situation with goofy dudes that I didn't know. And then he just starts talking about, yeah, I love you. Like, you didn't hit Quando, you hit Pab, it counts. He was on the internet saying he smoked. So he was just like, what the hell? Like, I didn't understand. He said, I wasn't close enough to Flucker to be doing that with him. He sent me out there with goofies that I didn't know. He said, I just wasn't feeling it. He said that he basically kind of just went along with it. He said, yeah, he agreed with what Durk said about Pab and got off the phone, and that was it. And he said, I didn't get no payment for this. I just thought, what the hell? Like, this is just nonsense. So, yeah, I think Lil Durk was obviously happy about what went down, but the way Pab saw it, he'd been roped into killing an innocent man, and obviously he didn't even know he was there to kill Quando until he'd arrived in California. So he said that he no longer respects Durk. Oh my gosh.
Damn, so they trying to say that Durk was beating around the bush too much. They say he wasn't being direct enough. He wasn't being up front. That's what they saying, bruh. That's crazy. That's crazy.
All right, so I'm here outside the courthouse. Not too many Free Durk fans out here. I don't know. Maybe they was sleeping in today. No Free Durk fans that I can see. But basically, there was a very crazy update, and what ended up happening was basically OTF Jam was back on the stand for the whole first half of the day. He ended up saying some pretty crazy comments, especially at the end. So I'm going to start at the end and work backwards. But they basically asked Jam. They said, "Why did you choose to cooperate? What was your motivation for this? Why did you turn on Lil Durk, and he basically said, I was mad at Lil Durk for putting me in that situation, and I'm still mad at him now. He said that Vonnie seemed like a goofy to me. I did something that I know I shouldn't have done, and the last time I did something with people that I didn't know, I did 12 years for it. I was doing this for Durk's selfish reasons, maybe Cuz and Dee Dee had a reason to do it. I didn't have no relationship with Von. I basically didn't know a whole bunch of these people that were sent on.
Man, you gotta take accountability though, bro. You know, and nobody put no guns to your head and tell you to do that in GTA. I think he was scared. I think he was scared too. I think Jam was scared. So he just did what a motherfucker asked him in. I think he thought he was gonna get some money out of it or some type of, something. But it do sound like, it sounded like they got tricked. I ain't gonna lie. It sounded like Jam got tricked into coming out there and doing that shit. Damn, unpause, bro. I'm trying to unpause the screen and shit.
He basically said, I feel like Durk sent me on selfish bullshit. He said, I can't forget all the support that Durk gave me, especially when I was locked up. I can never forget that. I still got love for him. But he says, look, I know how it looks now, but I still got for him. Blood was there for me. I can't forget that, and I feel bad for telling. But at the same time, I still love him, but I don't respect him. He said that he could be killed for his testimony for cooperating, and then he also kind of pointed out a couple of things that really just motivated him, that why in this occasion did he decide to tell. He explained there were multiple reasons. He said he felt like the hit was done sloppy. It was done with people who shouldn't have been there. Obviously, he said that he thought Vonnie was a goofy, and he said there's a big difference between doing something to somebody that you don't like. But he said in this case, he felt like Lil Pab ain't have nothing to do with it. He said he felt like an innocent man got killed, and it weighed heavily on him. He wanted to get it off his chest. He said he didn't think it was guaranteed that he would get caught, but he thought about it. He thought it was hot. He said, why do we go and do this in LA with all them rich people and actors around? He said that was a bad place to do a hit. So the prosecutors actually asked him, they said, look, you testified and you pled guilty for your role in the LA shooting as well as 2 other murders. What are you hoping for from this? He said, well, I'm hoping for a reduction in my sentence, but he made it clear there's been no promises made. He's not getting out. I'm not going to lie to you. Jam having 3 bodies, he probably shouldn't be out here walking around straight after this. But he basically said he pled guilty with the 2 other murders, and, he just basically wanted to get it all off his chest, and he said it was weighing heavily on me what happened to...
Oh, this shit wicked. Damn. I'm speechless. So he felt like Jam felt like he got tricked, he got slammed out, he got, he felt like he got sent off in the most wrong way. So he gonna just expose everything. And as you can see, the UK guy just said it's not even no guarantee that he gonna get any time reduced to nothing. They didn't even, bro, you just told and they didn't even offer you nothing. Is that what he's saying? I can't believe that. Telling it and they ain't even offer you nothing is just crazy.
From
this is personal, not gonna lie. They going at it, want to tear each other down because they all got caught.
He said, well, I'm hoping for a reduction in my sentence, but he made it clear there's been no promises made. He's not getting out. I'm not going to lie to you. Jam having 3 bodies, he probably shouldn't be out here walking around straight after this. But he basically said he pled guilty with the 2 other murders, and, he just basically wanted to get it all off his chest, and he said it was weighing heavily on me what happened to Lil Pab, and he saw an opportunity, and he took it. So it was some pretty crazy testimony, that last part when they kind of broke, he said it straight out of his mouth. He said, I still got love for Durk and I can't forget what he did for me, but he put me in a bad situation with some goofies. It was selfish and I'm not rocking with it. So that was pretty crazy, but there was a whole lot of other crazy testimony that Jam put across, and I'm going to tell you all about it in different videos. So stay tuned. I'll keep you guys updated on everything, and yeah, it's going to be a crazy day. I think he's going to be up there all day, maybe even into tomorrow. All right, so I'm here.
Damn, that shit crazy, boy. That shit is crazy. So Jam feel like he got sent off, so he said he just gonna get it off his chest. He know he's not getting out.
All right, so I'm back. All right, so
So
I'm
I got a question. If he know, is it really considered snitching if he know he's, well, yeah, it's a different type of snitching. This, I think you call this hate snitching. Because if Jam is not getting nothing out of it, he's still telling. That mean he just want Durk to go down. You know what I'm saying? He want his ass to hurt just how he hurting. That's what it looked like for real. It go beyond all the other shit.
this isn't even about Durk. All right,
I think it's
I'm here outside the courthouse. Not too many free Durk. This isn't even about. All right, so I'm back here. I'm back outside the courthouse. You know what's going on, man. We're back here for Durk. This is day 6, I believe. But what's truly crazy is OTF Jam was on the stand at the end of the day yesterday. He's going to be continuing his testimony today. It's going to be crazy. Now, obviously, you saw me getting mobbed by Durk fans yesterday. I'm not going to lie. There's been a lot of weird stuff going on. I'm getting all types of DMs, all types of people threatening me, saying they're going to drop the low. Bro, you know where I'm at every single day, bro. I'm not scared of you guys. But at the end of the day, it is absolutely crazy. Everybody's trying to suppress free speech. I wonder if anybody's got to lie on me again today. All of these guys acting like they're tough, big free Durk, but I think some of you guys are snitching. You're over here talking to the courthouse staff, talking about he's wearing meta glasses. No, I'm not. Ain't nothing meta about these glasses at all. It's cap.
okay. So he ain't dropped nothing new. But when he drops something new, I'm gonna
So-
react to it because that shit is actually crazy, bro.
All right.
That shit crazy, chat. I ain't even gonna lie. It got personal. So Jam saying that basically Durk put together a sloppy hit, and since he put together a sloppy hit and had him do licks and shit with people that he ain't even know. I mean, had him do hits with people he ain't even know, and he said he thought Vonnie was a goofy. Jam feel like Durk was being selfish. That's what dude was saying. He said inside the court. So that's what resulted into him snitching. It ain't even about no